You hear me? I had some topics I wanted to talk about, but I end up overhearing a very interesting conversation with a. I'm at this restaurant for lunch, and I heard this couple that was sitting next to me having this conversation where the guy, he was essentially pouring his heart out to his girl. I guess they had been together for a year, and he was like, "Yeah, we've been together for a year." This is a Spanish couple, I think Puerto Rican, because they was real kind of dark skinned. He's like, "Yeah, it's been amazing journey we've been on." I'm paraphrasing, these are my own words, but essentially he was saying that we've been together for 12 months, about a year, and he wanted to move forward with things like do the family thing. I'm sound like a proposal. We're gonna get married. Not in many words, but essentially we're gonna move in, get a house. You know what I'm saying? And it's been mind blowing. I feel like I met my soulmate. This person, just person you are, really speaks to me. We seem to be extremely compatible in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll have just be amazing together. You know, how many kids you want to have? He said that. That's what he messed up. Because she looks at this dude and she said, "Kids." And he's like, "Yeah, I want to have I come from a big family. I always wanted kids. I want to have a lot of kids." And she said, "Nah, me and you will never have kids." And he's like, "What? Never had kids? So what you mean?" He said, "Well, we could do all the other stuff. Move in, had a house, I guess marriage, whatever." She kind of understood the assignment. And he was like, "So now I'm doing one of these. Moving. I didn't took my headphones out. I'm not even chewing that hard because I'm really trying to hear what's going on." And she said, "Well, I just couldn't. I couldn't see myself. I couldn't see my." That's probably them right there. Somebody was clapping their hands, upset. "I just couldn't see having kids with you and whatnot, and because it's something about you as far as your looks." And he's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Well, I don't like your nose." Now she's sitting in front of me, he's sitting facing me, so I'm, I'm trying to peep what's wrong with Buddy nose. She like, before I can even figure it out, she like, "It's just too big. I just wouldn't want that to transfer into my kids, especially if I had a daughter." And I'm like, "Ooh, this is cold. This right here is vicious." She's like, "I like you and all. We can really keep rocking, but I just don't want to have your kids." And I'm listening to this like, and then she say, this what really hurt him. And she was like, he was like, "Are you serious?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm serious. I just couldn't imagine looking down at the babies every morning." I'm like, no, bro, get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because what y'all gotta understand is, as men, our version of giving life to you is relationship status. I'm gonna marry you, or I'm gonna be in a committed relationship with you, or be in any type of relationship with you. And so it's like, how can him as a man give you life if you're not willing to give him life? That'd be different if you just couldn't do it on like a medical reason, or but it should be a deep down desire within that person as far as the chemistry to kick going. Because when it comes to that type of mixing it up, and you get into your intimate space and y'all doing the activity, it should be an inner desire from her to him to give that gift. That's the greatest gift in the world that a woman can give a man, is life. There's no other greater gift. And the greatest gift a man can do to that woman is to give her life too. I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna be there with you. We're gonna be long term, whatever people are into. A lot of people don't do the paperwork, marriage, and all that, but we finna be together. A like, B like, C like. We finna be locked in. Sun, moon, and stars. You know what I'm saying? And so it should be a desire equally. Because I can't desire to give you everything, pour everything into you, and you don't desire to pour everything into me. So, you know, I wanted to be like, bro, get up out of there. The best thing y'all can ever be is just like good friends. If y'all chemistry is like that, it's more like a friendship. You know, I'm a strong believer in the person you partner with is supposed to be the person you make life with. Whether it's business, whether it's house plants, dogs, whatever it is, home ownership, whatever it is that you're doing, and your friends are just here for the ride. They're here to enjoy life with you. That's what your friends are here for. You know, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't change this person's life like that, or pour into this person and they wouldn't pour into you in that way. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I just thought that was real wild to hear that. And she was saying it kind of loud, like motherfuckers hearing it. And people, I know the man was embarrassed. Because I'm looking at it like, I don't care, to me personally, whoever the person is, you know, I can't speak for alternate lifestyles, you know. You see two women together, whatever, you watch those type of videos online, porns, whatever, and you see the woman is performing an act on the other woman, but she's doing it to the toy, to the instrument they're using, and the woman receiving this act is acting as if she's feeling it because the desire is there to pour into that person. So that just makes it much more. I can escape to fantasy world with you because I desire you in such a way that I'm able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or again, I don't know about man on man type activity for whatever those people be on, but listen, if a motherfucker ain't throwing it back like they wish they had ovaries to get pregnant by me, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? For whoever's into that, I would imagine that is very similar, that when you get into that space with a person, you desire to grow with that person and expand with that person and give that person all that you have to give to that person. You know, one of my original topics to make this video wasn't about that. That just happened. I wanted to put that in there before I forgot that situation. I just thought that was real cold-blooded. And, you know, you find out in different ways that people are users. You know, they don't have a desire to really, they think they do, but they really have more, it's a selfish thing, that person to be with you like this and the third. And then you later find out that there's no real, he would eventually found out that, you know, if he hadn't already had signs that it ain't no chemistry. I wanted to pull him to the side, like, listen, young brother, you know what I'm saying? And I know colorism is big in their community over there. So he dark-skinned, he a dark-skinned Dominican, Puerto Rican, I don't know what he was. I don't know if we got a huge Dominican community in Chicago, but if it wasn't for the fact that they both had accents and his hair and her hair and how they was, you know, talking it up, I would have just thought they was black people, a little bit lighter skinned black people sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So she may have a deep down desire to color up, is what they practice a lot of times in immigrant cultures for a closer proximity to whiteness. That's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lighter skin or fairer skin is desired, and think that you will do a lot better in life with that. Which it might be some truth to that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anti-blackness is a religion that's practiced globally by everybody. So to have a self-hate for being super melanated might be also another factor here on her decision to say the things. She said something about we can adopt, like we can do an adoption thing. Hey, what's going on, man? All right, yeah. And she was like, we could do an adoption thing, and I'm listening to her like she really think she's speaking to this man in such a way that, in a way he would like to hear it. He didn't want to hear that from the person. He was just, and it take a lot for a man to even go there. That's what she don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But luckily for him, if he don't already know mathologically speaking, there's a lot more women out here that's qualifying than there are men that's out here qualifying. So I'm quite sure after he shed these tears, he moved some things around and lined it up with the person he's supposed to lock in with. They might make great friends. Salute to them. But I don't think he need to pursue that any longer for that objective. If he's to come across this video and see this, like, man, you got to move on, bro. That's not a situation that's best for you. She got somebody else in mind. She will unlock all the cells in her body. You're just not that person. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things she hold back. Because the intimacy is different when a person is trying to reach that. It goes somewhere else. Now somebody was asking me this in another video I had made, not in the comment section, but somebody stopped me and was like, man, I don't agree with that. One of my first videos I made was about when friends part ways or they fall out and one friend wronged the other friend, who should be the one to make that bridge? For me, it's whoever caused the severance need to be the one to reach out and correct it. One of my favorite people, I love this guy, but I don't like him right now. My uncle. Had a great relationship with my uncle. Excellent relationship. A few years back, a gang of years back, he did something that I ain't going into too much detail with, and that was bogus. That was super foul. All he had to do was step to me and try to make some type of amends. I would see this man, he wouldn't say nothing to me. And to me, personally, my personal rule is the longer it takes from the time of the incident to the time of the correction, of you manning up or womaning up or personing up and say, hey man, I was foul, I went too far, I don't want that to represent who I am, or I don't want that to be how you see me. The more I look at you weird, like, really? You just gonna, the reason we ain't talking, the reason we not communicating, you know it's because of you. You do know this is because of you. So somebody was like, if it's two people, let's say brother and brother, or uncle and nephew, or friend and friend, why does it matter who reach out first? It matters to me. Because you wrong me, and then I'm wait a day, 2 days in my grievance of the issue, and then I reach out to you. That showed me, if I touch you first before you touch me, because I want this relationship more than you do. I ain't the one who messed it up. You should want to make it right more than I should want to make it right. That's my personal belief, my personal understanding. If y'all disagree with that, let me know. But I think it definitely matters who reached across the table first, especially if I'm not the one who's the reason we have to even reach across the table. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. You made the atmosphere toxic, and now you asking me to be the bigger person. Why do I gotta be the bigger person when I didn't make it in this situation? The reason why we are not even communicating. You should have been going out your way and fighting for a relationship and fighting to make it happen. Every time I see you, hey, come in, check it out. Even if I walk away, he walked away. Hey, come check it out. Come here. Sending text messages, I block you. Sending letters, sending messages from people we got in common. Hey, buddy, really want? Hey, look, I just ain't ready right now. I get it, but see, you get a lot more of that a year later. You get a lot more of that 2-3 weeks later. You get a lot less of that. That ain't my muzzle. You get a lot less of that. You get a lot less of that a day later. You get a lot less of that 2-3 hours later. You get none of that in the moment. In the moment it happened. In the moment of that, you get none of that. In that moment, you get none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it does matter who reach out and make a connection. That's a fact. Because, which leads me into my next topic. That's goofy activity. I being goofy to be the one to reach across. And buddy from the restaurant, he'll be a goofy and he keep chopping it up with that lady. Especially with his intent to do everything for her. And she got limited attention to give back into him. You see what I'm saying? That's what the goofy is. Goofy is a Chicago term, which essentially means, I ain't gonna say the R word, but you're slow. Like the character from Disney. Goofy. Look how goofy at. You're a goofy. You don't want to be a goofy. Then my next topic, which is that I was thinking, and I'll be trying to think of topics to make up these videos. The 1,000 words. The 1,000 words stare. That's when, you know what I'm saying, you talking to somebody and y'all having a conversation and you say something and they make this look like, and you like, what? And they like, nothing, never mind. What? Nothing, never mind, don't worry about it. Like, nah, you want to say something, say it. It's cool. To me, that's an issue. If we cool, if we family, we should be able to speak. I don't care if it start another argument. Let the argument start. We family, we friends. What's the problem? You holding back, why? Because of what we already doing? Going back and forth? Makes no sense to me. It shouldn't be 1,000 words that's not being said. Because that 1,000 words might say something, might be the explanation that a person needs to put 2 and 2 things together. It's okay sometimes to hold your tongue about some things. That makes sense. Everything ain't supposed to be said, but it's eventually supposed to be said. Like, look, and earlier when I was talking and you asked me that question, and I just was like, this is what I was gonna say. Even if you ask that person, hey, just hear me out. Let me break some shit down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the 1,000 words, goofy, who should reach out first, and that wild scenario I just witnessed of Buddy on his way to being Goofy Man. He on his way to Goofy Land. So yeah, people, y'all just gotta pay attention out there, and keep focusing on yourself. Keep doing better. And I'm about to enjoy this lunch, a little bit of lunch that I got left. Well, let me show y'all my lunch. Some little barbecue chicken and some greens. It's like some greens with some string beans in it. A little light work. And an energy drink, 5 calories. And of course, my water. Somebody in the comments tell me what she said.